I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psychhacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is Get a Side Hustle. New year, new you. And one of the best things that you can do this year for yourself is to get yourself a side hustle. If you don't, you're going to be eating crumbs from your own table. What does this mean? This means that the vast majority of people give the best hours of most of the days of the best years of their lives to their jobs in exchange for a salary, which, if you think about it, is pretty poor recompense for a life, and then content themselves with the crumbs that are left over. And unfortunately, because they spend the best hours of most of the days of the best years of their lives at their jobs, when they do have time for themselves, they're generally so exhausted that they don't really have the energy or the focus for any high-quality activities. And so what do? Well, for most folks, that means sitting in front of a screen. And the fact of the matter is that nobody at the end of their life is going to regret not spending more time in front of a screen. So you need to find a way out of this problem. And before I describe this exit strategy, please like this episode and subscribe to this channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and it's a direct way for you to support the idea of a side hustle. So do the thing. As I was saying, you need to find a way out of this problem. It's one of the most important things that you can do, and it will make a significant difference in the overall quality of your life. Now, if you're like most people watching this, you are not independently wealthy, and you are not an entrepreneur. So you probably have a steady job, and the first step to getting yourself out from underneath that job is to find a way to supplement that income with a side hustle. There are two basic ways to do this. You can either sell a product or you can sell a service. And of these two, it is far easier to begin by selling a service because all you really need is yourself. This takes a weekend to set up. First, you need to consider what service you're willing and able to provide in your free time. You don't need to be world-class in order to get started, which is great because you won't be. You just need to be better at the service than whoever might hire you. And obviously, the better you are, the wider the swath of humanity that will include. But I'm here to tell you that no matter who you are, you're better than some cross-section of humanity at something. And that can be the basis of your side hustle service. Next, you need to develop a presence online. This can be accomplished in a weekend. For around $250, you can buy an annual membership on a web hosting site, and using their templates, create a basic homepage, who you are and what you do. You can then create a free profile for your business on Yelp and Google, and list your business, your website that is, and list your website on Google Search Console so that it's Googleable. This is important. Until you register your website with Google Search Console, your website will be invisible to the Google search algorithm. However, this only takes a few minutes and it's completely free. Yelp is also a fantastic resource because it's a way to hack the Google algorithm. Search for any service near me on Google, and I can guarantee that you will see a Yelp search for that query on the first page of results. And if you can get on the first page of that Yelp search, which often only takes a dozen reviews, you can functionally get on the first page of Google without spending a dime. I got this advice 10 years ago, and I've made a great deal of money over that time from just this one tip alone. So establishing a side hustle is actually not that hard. The startup costs are very low in terms of time and money. Of course, putting a line in the water is easy. It's catching the fish that is difficult. And that first fish is the most difficult to catch. Now, in the beginning, getting your side hustle going might require you to work 1.5 to 2 jobs for a while. You'll need to work your steady gig and then spend some time in the evenings on your side hustle. This obviously will make your days longer, and you'll have to find other ways to take care of yourself so that you don't burn out. This is important as the process will likely take 1 to 2 years to really get going. But if it's going to take that long, you might as well get started. And once this gets going, you can begin to transition away from working for others, from eating crumbs from your own table, and toward living life on your own terms. And that is a really amazing feeling, a life-changing feeling. I've done this a number of times. At this stage in my life, I've built a number of businesses up to a 6-figure annual income. So I have some experience with what I'm talking about. And if I can do it, then there's no reason that you can't do it too. Now, in the next episode, which I'm releasing concurrently with this one, I'm going to go into some detail on one of my side hustles. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Until then, what are your business plans for 2023? Is this the year you finally launch that business? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for listening.